So, after unboxing all the starter packs and the world packs, the only blister left in the Series 4 is the 8-pack. And I hope that you know that we're talking about Micro Machines and the revival from Jazwares. The 8 models are completely licensed, but they are not new. They were released in the previous packs that we unboxed together. The difference is that all of them have new liveries, or colors, or designs, whatever you want to call them. So, without long intros, sit there and enjoy this Micro Machines unboxing, because it's the last one from the Series 4. This is the first time that we see this kind of blister configuration, which usually have just one level that includes either just 3 cars or 5 in the case of the world packs. This time we have 2 levels with 4 cars each, as you can see, maybe because of the light, how it's hitting it in the shadow, you cannot see the ones below, but don't worry, we are going to open them. And there's also no micro city scene, just the 8 cars. In the back you can see the whole starter packs from the Series 4 and also the world packs and nothing else. So, let's free these babies. So the first time that we unboxed the Type 35 was in the classic Bugatti blue livery, Bugatti blue color. This time they painted in red and they add the number 11 to the grille and to the side, which I believe makes this bad boy a representation of a race car from that time. I mentioned during the previous video that I believe that the design is amazing, the design of the car, and I still believe that's the case. However, I believe that this red version is a little bit beneath the first blue release. And why? Well, first, the red is too dark, and I think that it hides a bit of the perks of the design of the car. Then, for example, here in the spare tire you are supposed to have some kind of leather straps, and this time they just paint them in black, which I think that it loses some detail of the original, or what was intended during the design. And then the next point is that in the hood you can see this part, these lines here in the hood, here in front and in the back. These are supposed to be leather straps. They were painted in the blue model, and in this one they are not, which I think that it's a big lost opportunity. So from the two models, from the blue one and the red, I believe that the blue one it's still the best one. This time they are releasing the EB110 in this yellowish, summerish color, which gives it a little bit more of a sporty look compared to the previous one. The previous one was, the first edition was kind of a grayish, bluish color, which make it look more sober. This time with the yellow, it looks a bit more exotic. This version, it still has all the details like the previous one. You see the Bugatti logo, or the representation of the Bugatti logo here in the front. You have the headlights, you have the taillights. The quality control might be a bit of an issue here. You can see this is some black stain that you cannot remove, but yeah, that's part of it. If I have to decide still from the two releases, I will still tend to lean towards the previous one, the bluish grayish one, but that is just because it's closer to the blue Bugatti color that the real car was using. But this one, it's still a pretty good release from Jazwares. If you were here last year when I did the unboxing of the first starter pack of the Series 4, you probably remember that the Divo was the star. The design and execution of this guy is absolutely flawless. This, of course, considering the scale, right? Like, also don't try to crucify me on that. You have a bunch of aero details, you have the elongated headlights here from the Bugatti Divo, you have the Bugatti logo in the center. In the back you also have the taillights, you also have the back diffuser, so it looks really beautiful. The first edition was in this kind of gray-blue livery, and this time you have it in blue with black. If I have to choose one of them, I will probably go with the first one. That is because of two things. First one, the first version had this blue trim in the wheels that for me make it look a lot more sporty, and the second thing, it was the red line in the middle that the real model had, so that's why I'm taking the first one. But anyway, if you get this version, the second one, instead of the first, you are not missing anything. This is still a super beautiful micro release. Then from France we jump to the USA with one of their legends, the only true American sports car. Released for the first time in the GM icons, and this time we see it in white. This is the Corvette, the 19 Corvette ZR1, the most powerful version of the C7 Corvette. It keeps all the incredible details of the predecessor of the first release. You can see all the spoilers in the front, the air intakes by the side, the side mirrors, headlights, taillights with the silver trim by the sides, and also the exhaust pipe system. It's really beautiful. The pearl white is also a really nice addition, but if I have to choose one, I will probably go also to the first version, because the burnt orange color gave it a more muscly look, more aggressive, more powerful, and also the combination with the pearl white with the theoretically carbon fiber details, it's a bit more like white with gray, and with the burnt orange the carbon fiber details look a lot more like carbon fiber. So still, this is a really beautiful edition, and this is the second time that we see the 19 Corvette ZR1. Also, in the unboxing of the GM icons we talk about this release. This is the 77 Pontiac Trans-Am, and it has exactly the same livery than the first edition, exactly the same details, just like this time it's purple, and it actually gives it a really nice 80s vibes for me. In the details department you can see the Pontiac logo here between the taillights, the headlights, sorry, and this kind of hidden headlights inside the spaces for them. By the side you also have the Firebird logo, not only in the hood but also here in the sides, in the back parts of the doors. The incredibly detailed taillights make it look really beautiful, so it's a really nice addition. But once again, if I have to choose one version, I will go with the first one, with the first version in the GM icons one, because the car was black, and for me the Pontiac Trans-Am should be a combination of gold and black. This one is still a really beautiful release though, so you will not miss if you get the purple one. The second version of this road race Camaro comes in light blue, but the difference this time is that the model has the white racing stripes in the hood and in the truck. The previous version is only plain red, nothing else, no more details. Another detail that I want to highlight on this one is the silver trim that we have around the grille, because the previous version didn't have it. This one looks amazing, it gives it like a really nice contrast. You have the bumper also highlighted in silver, and the headlights, 4 headlights there. On the other side, the taillights and the bumper in the back are not painted. The previous version had the bumper painted and also the reverse light in white. The stop lights in red were not painted because the car was red, but this one I think I'm missing that. But then if I have to compare the first version with the second, I love the first version, the color of the first version, because it's simple. I love the red color, it's my favorite color, so of course I'm going to choose that one, because also the Camaro looks really amazing in red. But if you consider the details that this version has in the front, and also the racing stripes that are just a classic on this type of Camaro. I think that I will choose as a winner for the first time on all this unboxing this version, the version of the A-Pack. This is the winner, the 71 Camaro winner. In one of the previous videos we were mentioning that despite all the parental companies or parent companies that Micro Machines was under during several years, like a Loop or a Hasbro, they never released a Chevy Nova, and Jazwares is releasing the second one. In terms of design, it has the exact same design than the first version, just with different colors, right? The first version was green with the white racing stripes, and this one it's dark gray with the black racing stripes. If you like the cars that are being released in Fast and Furious, then probably you will realize that this Nova is a lot more similar to the one that Letty is driving in Fast X, just that that car is silver, or we will say in Hot Wheels terms, we will say Zamak, kind of a silverish version with the black racing stripes. This one is dark gray. So the details are still incredible with the SS badge in the grille, the the headlights there in yellow. You have all the details kind of chrome in front for the bumper, and also in the back you have the beautiful chrome bumper. We are missing the taillights, but still there's a really small space there. You also have the SS badge, so it's a really beautiful design. And for me, this second version is the best one from the two, because the first version, the green one, is a really nice one, but it's more like a car that the family will buy, right? Like to go around. This version is the dark version, is the muscly one, is the one that you are going to take to the drag races to compete with your friends, right? This is the winner. This is the beautiful dark gray Chevy Nova. In the previous video that we unboxed the Pontiac GTO Judge, it was in orange, and I think the orange color let you appreciate probably more the details of the design of the car. But once that you have both open, then you will realize that this green version is the winner. It has the exact same details in the front, but the contrast of the windows with the dark green color looks really good. Then you have this trim, this yellow line that goes from the front to the back of the car. Here you see a little bit of quality control, problems with the painting, but yeah, well, kind of things happen. But something that I was also really surprised is that the back bumper has this silver trim, but also the taillights in red, and also the wing is black. It's a different color, so it makes this release look really beautiful. Something that I forgot to mention in the previous unboxing, precisely from the back wing, is that it's actually a little big from the car. I think that the GTO Judge had sometimes a wing there that make it look nicer. It was not really enhancing the performance at all, but it make it look nicer. But this one is too big. You can see that it's actually going outside the size of the car. It's too long, so I don't recall to see any Pontiac GTO Judge with such a big wing. Well, still, the design of this little guy looks really beautiful. Just wanted to say about the wing, because I think that it's a bit out of proportion, but still, this is a toy, so it looks really nice. And this is the second version of the Judge. So for me, the A-Pack is some kind of overview of the whole Series 4. What do I mean? Well, from the starter packs we have 12 models, and from these 12 models, only 3 of them were licensed and new, the Bugattis. And the Bugattis are also included in this 8-pack. Then we moved to the wall packs. The first one was the Micro World Police, but this one had only Jazwares originals, all of them reused, so nothing new there. Then we moved to the GM Icons that had 5 new licensed models, and from these 5, there are 2 included in the 8-pack. Then we moved to the third one, the one that we unboxed last week. The name is Micro Drag Race Classics, I think, and this one had 2 original models from Jazwares and then 3 new licensed vehicles, and these 3 licensed vehicles are also included in the 8-pack. So if you don't want to get the whole Series 4, you can just get an 8-pack, this 8-pack, and you had a pretty good summary of the whole Series 4. Now that we have finished the Series 4, tell me, what do you think? Which one was your favorite pack? Which one was your favorite model? Leave everything what you think in the comment section down below. Next week I'm still deciding what I'm going to show you, but if you want to figure it out, then subscribe to the channel. I'm pretty sure that you're going to enjoy it. And if you like this video, smash that like button. That always helps. Until then, my name is JR. Thanks for being here, and see you next time. Adios.